James Turner for the untouchable true school sports. Let's go, baby. Bow!
Be careful what you wish for because it can become a reality.
Yeah. The untouchable True School Sports Empire proudly presents something the boxing game's been missing. Hey, what's going on? It's your boy BT, and I came here to talk some boxing with the thousands of True School Sports subscribers. All right, so this just got announced today. We have a new fight announced in the featherweight division. It does involve one of the champions, so you definitely classify this as a notable fight. But it's a rather intriguing fight because, you know, Nick Ball, newly crowned WBA champion, beat Raymond Ford in a hotly contested fight. Some people thought Ford won. Some people thought Ball won. Ball got the nod, right? He defends the belt against Ronnie Rios, who very few people gave a chance to win that fight, and Nick Ball beat the brakes off of him, right? But then now they've went ahead and they announced that Nick Ball will be defending his belt for the second time against TJ Doheny. Now, I've got extreme mixed feelings about this fight for so many reasons. On one hand, you have Doheny, who is a proven commodity, you know, former world champion, beat some really good fighters, you know, at 122. Really, he proved his merit more so at 122. They're moving him up to featherweight. He is not ranked as a featherweight. He has not even, like, most of his, like, good wins of late against, like, Jafet Lamedo and Kazuki Nakajima. Those came down at super bantamweight. So he's not even in what I believe is an optimal weight class. That's number one. Number two, he's coming off of a loss. He just lost to Inoue, a fight where he got his kidney punched in, turned around, and said, I can't take no more. So, I don't want to down TJ Doheny. We know Doheny's game. We know he's experienced. We know he's been around the block, so to speak. But he's not really, his weight class, his best weight class is not featherweight. His best weight class is the weight class below at super bantamweight at 122 pounds. So based on the timing, based on the weight class, based on the available options that were there for Nick Ball at featherweight in the rankings, and the fact that he's unranked at featherweight, this is a cherry pick. This is a cherry pick. It's a circumstantial cherry pick, you know? Not trying to down Doheny. Doheny is a good fighter, and he may very well show his veteran experience and give Ball a good fight, you know? But they chose this fight because Doheny is coming off of a loss. Inoue hit him with so many devastating body shots. He had a well-known injury going into the fight, and it's not even his weight class. So yeah, it's a cherry pick. And when you look at the WBA rankings, there's so many guys there that Nick Ball could fight, like Mirko Cuello, Argentina. Yeah, he's not a big name, but he's ranked highly. You have Shushu Carrington. You have Odebek Komatov. I mean, there's so many guys he could have fought that were not TJ Doheny, coming off of a loss at 37 years old, probably not that far from being 38 years old. So the way I see it is this: it's a name. From what I understand and from what I've heard, Nick Ball and Doheny were going back and forth. So I guess, you know, on social media. So I guess they're going to use beef and trash talk to sell this fight. He's Irish as well, so that obviously will translate well to having the fight in the UK. So I mean, there's ways they're going to sell it, but, you know, from a competitive standpoint and from the standpoint of just like maintaining the honor and pride of what is the best weight class in boxing right now, which is the featherweight division, this is a cherry pick. This is Nick Ball trying to cherry pick TJ Doheny coming off of a loss at an advanced age in a weight class that's not really his best weight class. So you know, look, hey, I don't know, like I get it. Like when you're a fighter and you become champion, you want to keep that belt as much as possible because the more you defend it, the more you make money. I get it. They're trying to make money with the Ball, and they're trying to build him up for Inoue fights. This is a common opponent with Inoue, so I understand that angle as well. But this really ain't gonna prove his merit as a featherweight. Now, if this is a 122, I would sing a different tune because Doheny is a proven champion at 122. You know, has beaten guys at 122, won in a great run and knocking guys out at 122. But at 126, he's not that guy, you know. So this was intentionally done. And honestly, like when you have such a loaded weight class like featherweight with so many top contenders, so much talent, you could have picked anybody 1 through 15 and it would have sufficed. You could have even went like with the Carlos Castro coming off of a loss because he's a proven commodity at featherweight. You know, he gave Steve Fulton a good fight. You could have fought Steve Fulton. Well, no. Fulton has a fight, so we won't say Steve Fulton. But I'm saying there was guys available there. You chose not to fight them. So when promoters have such loaded weight classes and they have a champion and they pick a guy who's not in the weight class, who is not ranked in the weight class, who's 37 years old, that tells you something through matchmaking. That tells you something that maybe they're not as confident as Nick Ball as they'll like people to believe. And that's what it is. I like Nick Ball. I think Nick Ball will fight anybody. I think Nick Ball is a true warrior. This really isn't a down on Nick Ball. This is more so that his handlers, Frank Bourne, Queensberry Promotions, and that kind of thing. Because I don't like the matchup. I don't like the matchup. There's so many guys that willingly deserve the chance at featherweight. I mentioned a couple of them. If you go look at the WBA rankings at featherweight, I mean, you can pick. There's so many guys there. So it'll be a good fight, stylistically speaking. Just to stop complaining for a second. Stylistically speaking, Doheny is an aggressive southpaw counterpuncher. Nick Ball is a front foot dominant, wrecking ball, like his name says, come forward pressure fighter. So stylistically, I think it will be an entertaining fight. They apparently have some history. It's UK versus Ireland. And it's a chance for TJ Doheny to come in here and become a featherweight champion. But I don't like it, and I'm gonna stay consistent with this. I don't like it when fighters get title shots coming off of a loss. I don't like it when Fundura gets a title shot coming off of a loss. I don't like when Gary Anton Russell gets a title shot coming off of a loss. And I'm not gonna change my tune because it's TJ Doheny who I like. I don't like it when he gets a title shot coming off of a loss because there's a lot of guys at featherweight putting in real work that deserve that shot. So it's a cherry pick. And I hate using that word because Doheny is a good fighter, but when we look at the circumstances, when we look at the landscape, when we look at who Nick Ball could have fought, this is a cherry pick. So, but it doesn't mean it won't be a good fight. Doesn't mean Doheny doesn't have a chance. It's just they're trying to pick low-hanging fruit, a.k.a. cherry picking. So, best of luck to Ball. I hope after this fight, if he's able to be victorious and handle business, that he can look at unification fights with guys like Rafael Espinoza, Angelo Leo. If not them, then maybe Odebek Komatov, Mirko Cuello, who's number 2 contender. There's plenty of fights there for Nick Ball. So, leave your comments down below. What do you guys think? Make sure you guys take the time to subscribe. And like I say in every single one of these videos, you can love me or you can hate me, but I'm just a kid from Dania. So until next time, take care. Thank you for watching another video on the untouchable True School Sports Empire. For more great boxing content just like this, make sure you guys click right over here.
Keep watching my boy BT put on the best interviews out here.